Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 21st January 2021. So let us see which are the important articles straight away. So these are the important articles. Not many articles are relevant to our examination. So these articles are we are going to discuss in detail. The other articles, one on editorial on vaccine hesitancy. Again we are let's say the repeated content is there. Because every week they are repeating this vaccine hesitancy articles, and the other article which is especially talking about that electricity access, but not much important content we can say that directly relating to our syllabus point energy security जो इकोनॉमी का जो पार्ट है तो उससे रिलेट नहीं कर रहा है ज़्यादातर वो जो है. Okay, so that's why these are important articles. The removing the let's say creases in the housework valuation, this is for mains examination, and India Innovation Index that is released by Niti Aayog, तो ये prelims के लिए हमें important है. Okay, so let us see which are the points that we need to discuss here for our examination. So first, removing the creases in the housework valuation. So earlier we have discussed one or two similar articles on the housework that is done by the women and the valuation of that household work. Recently the proposal of Kamal Hassan's party, political party, that they will pay the salary for such household work. The recognition, monetary recognition we can say that, and therefore the article here again discussing the kind of burden on the women, household work, the burden of household work on the women in India or throughout the world also. तो ये कहा यहाँ पे कुछ अच्छे facts दिए गए, reference to various reports and census data. At the same time, some judicial observations, reference to some cases wherein Supreme Court has recognized the household work done by the women, and some theoretical analysis like how since let's say since many centuries this separate spheres of work, that is the women's sphere of work is at home and the men's work is outside home. ठीक है, तो ये जो separation हुआ है, somehow it is a patriarchal mindset that is there in our society, and how the demand for recognition of women of the household works as well as their choice of work outside the house also. ठीक है, तो ये सारी चीज़ें यहाँ पे डिस्कस की है. सम लीगल एस्पेक्ट्स, प्रीवियस एफर्ट्स, वेदर देयर वर एनी एफर्ट्स टू रिकॉग्नाइज दिस हाउस होल्ड वर्क इन इंडिया. ठीक है, एंड देर आर सम कंसर्न्स एसोसिएटेड विद दिस प्रपोजल ऑल्सो, तो वो भी डिस्कस होगा एंड वे फॉरवर्ड. ओके, सो एट वन place itself this article is discussing very good inputs. Okay, so recognition to household work done by the women. Veteran actor Kamal Hassan and his Makkal Nidhi Miyam party, who recently promised salaries to housewives as a part of party's election manifesto. So this is the context here of this article. We go step ahead and glorify our women as goddesses but deny them equal rights, and under the latest Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh ordinances even the right to choose their spouses. तो ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या है कि जो रिसेंटली रिलीजियस कन्वर्जन के लिए जो लॉज लाए गए थे यूपी में, यूपी ऑर्डिनेंस लाया गया था, एमपी में जो लॉ लाया गया था, सो बिकॉज ऑफ दैट इट इज ऑल्सो सेइंग दैट वी आर डिनाइंग द विमेन राइट टू मैरी टू और टू चूज देयर स्पाउसेस. ठीक है, तो ये हम स्टार्क डिफरेंसेस देख रहे हैं कि ऑन वन साइड वी आर लेट्स से glorifying our women as goddesses, and on other hand we are denying such rights. Okay, what is the burden of women of this household work? As in census 2011, while 159.85 million women stated household work as their main occupation, a mere 5.79 men referred to it as their main occupation. This is the kind of let's say difference we have when we talk about the main occupation of women inside the house and men outside the house. The time use in India 2019 report of National Statistical Office says that on an average, while Indian women spend 299 minutes a day on unpaid domestic services for household members. Men spend just 97 minutes. Women also spend 134 minutes in a day on unpaid caregiving services for household members. ठीक है, तो केयर गिविंग के लिए भी विमेन ज़्यादा टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं. एट द सेम टाइम रिमेनिंग हाउस होल्ड वर्क 299 minutes. You can understand the unpaid domestic services for household members. This is the kind of situation we have here. The report entitled Women's Economic Contribution Through Their Unpaid Work, a Case Study of India, 2009 का report है, but we can let's say quote this because this is comprehensive study. It had estimated economic value of services by women to be to the tune of whopping $612.8 billion annually. So we can understand that the kind of work women are doing in the household, that is monetarily not recognized, and even its value is not calculated in while calculating GDP of the country. ठीक है, तो ये बहुत ही important aspect हम इसमें add कर सकते हैं. Judicial observation in Arun Kumar Agarwal versus National Insurance Company case, Supreme Court not only acknowledged the contribution of housewives as invaluable, but also observed that it cannot be computed in terms of money. Her gratuitous services rendered with true love and affection cannot be equated with services rendered by others. The similar observations were recently made in Rajendra Singh case 2020 by Supreme Court. Okay, but you need to know that the judiciary has though recognized this in particular cases, but not, let's say, directed the government or executives to have such measures or pay such salary to women for their household works. ठीक है, तो ये एक पैचेस में वर्क है सुप्रीम कोर्ट का अभी. ठीक है, सेपरेट स्फेयर्स, होम एंड मार्केट फॉर सेंचुरीज वेर कंसिडर्ड टू डिस्टिंक्ट स्फेयर्स. सो द मार्केट वाज मेल स्फेयर ऑफ सेल्फिश कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस, but the home was celebrated as female sphere, a site of spiritual uplift that offered relief from vicissitudes of market struggle. ठीक है, तो यहाँ से हमें समझ में आ रहा है कि that the outer market outside the home was brutal competitive market, and the men were it was considered as men's sphere, while the women's sphere was home, and it was let's say for care or spiritual spirit was the domain of women in the home. ठीक है, so American feminist economist Nancy Folbre rightly remarked the moral elevation of the home was accompanied by economic devaluation of the work performed there. The tendency of separate sphere reasoning was thus to reinforce the legal ordering of family life and justify a husband's control over family. So from this you can understand, तो ये जो devaluation हो रहा था, तो on one side there was moral elevation, but on the other side there was economic devaluation of that work done by the women at home. Previous efforts in India, Veena Verma did introduce a private members bill in 1994 entitled the Married Women Protection of Rights Bill 1994. The bill provided that married women shall be entitled to have an equal share in property of her husbands from the date of her marriage, and shall also be entitled to dispose her share in the property by the way of sale, gift, mortgage, will or any other such manner. However, this was not enacted by the parliament. Later on, even in 2010, the registration of National Housewives Association as a trade union was denied, as domestic work was not treated neither as trade nor as industry. This was the situation not more than a decade. Okay. So United Progressive Alliance UPA government in 2012 had proposed to make it mandatory for husbands to pay monthly salary to their housewives or wives. ठीक है, but again this proposal was not, let's say, came into the action. The concern with the Mr. Hassan's proposal, the term salary as monthly payment is indeed problematic, as it indicates an employer-employee relationship, that is a relationship of subordination with the employer having disciplinary control over employees. Wives do not deserve master servant relationship. तो ये एक्चुअली हम बोल सकते हैं कि सही नहीं है प्रपोजल, ठीक है, या जो ये टर्म यूज किया गया है सैलरी, दिस इज नॉट द आइडियल वे ऑफ लेट्स से ट्रीटमेंट दैट शुड बी गिवन, दो वी आर रिकॉग्नाइजिंग द वर्क डन बाय देम, बट ये सैलरी और मंथली पेमेंट वाला कंसेप्ट नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके, so what should be the way forward? United Nations Committee on the Elimination of Discrimination Against the Women in 1991 had recommended measurement and quantification of unremunerated domestic activities of women and their recognition in GDP so that de facto economic contribution of women is highlighted. This is important aspect. Along with that, the time has come to insist that the work women perform for families should be valued equally with men's work during the continuance of marriage. ठीक है, at present you need to know that after death of husband the woman gets the property rights. ठीक है, according to civil laws that we have, marriage laws and all. ठीक है, तो ये जो concept है जिसको प्रीनप जिसको बोलते हैं, प्रीनप मतलब क्या है कि जब मैरिज होता है तभी जो प्रॉपर्टी का जो शेयर होगा वो हस्बैंड वाइफ में पहले ही डिसाइड होगा. ठीक है, तो मरने से पहले ही या डिवोर्स से पहले ही वो प्रॉपर्टी शेयर डिसाइड होगा. ठीक है, तो ये जो प्रीनप्टियल मैरिज एग्रीमेंट्स होते हैं, ठीक है, तो दिस शुड बी देयर एंड दिस एग्रीमेंट्स कैन इजीली सॉल्व दिस प्रॉब्लम with insertion of clause on wife's rights in household's earnings and properties being included in such agreements. तो ये जो है like some of the western countries have included this. So Indian government should also come up with such amendments to the civil laws and include these clauses. ठीक है, तो ये long term measure होगा, long term solution होगा उसके लिए. Fine. So this can be used in the GS1 paper society, GS2 paper social justice, because some legal aspects are involved, and essay paper surely there will be question on social equality, gender equality. The topic in essay paper like this year 2020 they have asked the patriarchy and social equality. Largely we needed to write this gender equality aspect. तो ये एक aspect उसमें जरूर students ने लिखा होगा this year. ठीक है, और लिखना भी चाहिए. Fine. Okay. Moving on to next article. Karnataka tops in innovation shows index. ठीक है, तो कौन से इंडेक्स की बात हो रही है यहाँ पे? इंडिया इनोवेशन इंडेक्स. फाइन. सो इंडिया इनोवेशन इंडेक्स 2020 was released by नीति आयोग along with इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस. ठीक है, तो ये प्रिपेयर किया जाता है नीति आयोग. सो दिस इज द सेकेंड एडिशन ऑफ दिस इंडेक्स. फर्स्ट एडिशन ऑफ द इंडेक्स वाज लॉन्च्ड इन अक्टूबर 2019. ठीक है, तो ये भी आपको पता होना चाहिए. सम चेंजेस वर डन दिस ईयर्स इन दिस ईयर्स इंडेक्स, लाइक जम्मू कश्मीर जो है रीऑर्गेनाइजेशन हुआ है, तो जम्मू कश्मीर नाउ इज इंक्लूडेड स्पेसिफिकली एज अर्बन सिटी. ठीक है, तो अर्बन सिटी स्टेट जिसको बोलते हैं हम, सिटी स्टेट्स, इसमें ऐड किया गया है जम्मू कश्मीर को. सो बेसिकली द index categorized states and union territories in three parts or three categories. One is major state, second is northeastern and hill states, and third is UTs and city states. ठीक है, like Goa and Jammu Kashmir, they are added here. Fine. Okay, so what was the outcome this year in this year's index or the highlights? So amongst the major states which is having the average score of 25.35, Karnataka tops this year. Okay, 42.5 score of Karnataka, and followed by Maharashtra with score of 38, and Bihar finishes last in innovation index 14.5. Okay, so why Karnataka tops? It is attributed to its strong number of venture capital deals, registered GIs, let's say ज्योग्राफिकल इंडिकेटर्स, जीआईस मतलब. ठीक है, तो ये जो है, और उसके बाद आईसीटी एक्सपोर्ट्स. तो ये बैंगलोर जो है कर्नाटका में जो हब है, तो उससे हमें समझ में आता है कि ये आईसीटी एक्सपोर्ट्स ज़्यादा होता है. At the same time, Karnataka's high FDI inflows, तो फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट जो होता है FDIs, तो वो ज़्यादा है कर्नाटका में. एनहांस द इनोवेशन कैपेबिलिटीज ऑफ द स्टेट. ये रीजंस है वहाँ. At the same time, the case for southern state has top performance also become the stronger as 4 of them. ठीक है, तो कर्नाटका, तमिलनाडु, केरला एंड आंध्र प्रदेश, they occupy the top 5 posts or spots within the major states. ठीक है, पहले 5 में साउदर्न 4 स्टेट्स है और महाराष्ट्र 1 है उसमें. ठीक है, सेकंड जो है. So northeastern and hill states achieve the average innovation score of 17.89, काफी कम है, और उसमें टॉप परफॉर्मर है हिमाचल प्रदेश as the best performance with score of 25. Then comes the score in UTs and CT states. The average score is 26.01, but Delhi best performer है उसमें, as we can understand it is the capital state and economically progressive state. ठीक है, तो सिटी स्टेट्स में जो है यूनियन टेरिटरी भी जो है, तो सारे इसमें ये टॉप परफॉर्मर है. ठीक है, एट द सेम टाइम चंडीगढ़ इज फॉलोड बाय दिल्ली एज द सेकंड बेस्ट इन दिस कैटेगरी 38.57. ठीक है, तो ये कुछ फैक्चुअल इंफॉर्मेशन आपको पता होना चाहिए, क्योंकि करंट अफेयर्स से प्रीलिम्स में इस तरीके से भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. सम ऑफ द बेसिक्स की इंडेक्स के बारे में क्या है इंफॉर्मेशन. नीति आयोग along with the Institute for Competitiveness releases India Innovation Index. Objective of this index is to scrutinize the innovation capabilities and performance of Indian states. Okay, so here the India Innovation Index measures innovation inputs through enablers and innovation outputs as performance. So there are 5 enabler pillars. कौन से है? Human capital, investment, knowledge workers, business environment, safety and legal environment. These are 5 enablers as input pillars. And what are the let's say output pillars, performance pillars? 2 performance pillars. One is knowledge output and second is knowledge diffusion. थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल कंसेप्ट है, बट वी नीड नॉट टू गो इनटू डिटेल्स, बट ये जो सरफेस लेवल का हमें बेसिक्स पता होना चाहिए कि इनपुट पिलर्स कौन से हैं और आउटपुट पिलर्स कौन से. 5 इनपुट पिलर्स एंड 2 आउटपुट पिलर्स. ओके, इन एडिशन टू दिस आपको बाकी स्टेट्स के रैंकिंग यहाँ पे दिए गए हैं इस पीडीएफ में. जैसे कि आप ये वीडियो देख रहे होंगे, तो इस वीडियो की लिंक में इसका पीडीएफ भी आपको मिलेगा, और ये सारा इंफॉर्मेशन आप एज अ नोट रख सकते हो. अलॉन्ग विद दैट, in GS3 paper we have the in syllabus topic innovation. ठीक है, तो GS3 में आपको मेंस में क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है. So whenever we talk about innovation, नीति आयोग is spearheading the innovation let's say boost in the country through this innovation index. So this what is the significance of this index? तो ये आप मेंस पर्सपेक्टिव से आप लिख सकते हो. Okay, so index will create synergies between different stakeholders in innovation ecosystem and enable India to shift to the competitive good governance. Along with that, it is the great beginning to improve innovation environment in the country. At the same time, it is the major step towards measuring innovation outcomes of the states. The index could be the vital significance to the states to identify their innovation performance and initiate necessary policy interventions to leverage their unique strengths. इस तरीके से हम सिग्निफिकेंस में लिख सकते हैं. व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ दिस इंडिया इनोवेशन इंडेक्स दैट इज रिलीज बाय नीति आयोग. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हो कि टॉप परफॉर्मेंस कर्नाटका, महाराष्ट्र, तमिलनाडु. इन 2019 तमिलनाडु वाज सेकंड. ठीक है, तो ये अभी महाराष्ट्र जो है इसको सरपास करके सेकंड हो चुका है. तेलंगाना, केरला, हरियाणा, आंध्र प्रदेश, गुजरात, उत्तर प्रदेश. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे तेलंगाना है. एक्चुअली आंध्र प्रदेश जो है वो बाहर हो चुका है. तेलंगाना इज देयर एंड केरला इज देयर. ठीक है, तो ये जो 5 साउदर्न स्टेट्स है तो वहाँ पे टॉप 5 में है. एंड हियर हिमाचल प्रदेश, उत्तराखंड, मणिपुर इज देयर एंड दिल्ली विद द हाईएस्ट स्कोर. ठीक है, 46.60. तो सारे कैटेगरीज के अक्रॉस में दिल्ली जो है वो फर्स्ट है. ये भी आपको पता होना चाहिए. Fine. So you can attempt this prelims question, practice prelims question, and you can give the answer in the comment box in this video. Okay. In this way we can have interaction. Then comes the prelims pointers. So एक आर्टिकल था द हिंदू में, उसमें जो है हमारे जो CEC जो है तो इलेक्शन कमिश्नर, so he was talking about the Assam Assembly election schedule, and that let's say that article included this Bihu festival. ठीक है, तो उसके बारे में आपको हम प्रीलिम्स पॉइंटर में इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं. लाइक बिहू इज द सेट ऑफ 3 इंपॉर्टेंट आसामीज फेस्टिवल्स. तो बिहू फेस्टिवल जो है 3 बार, तो ट्राई एनुअल सेलिब्रेशन होता है, अलग अलग नाम है उनको. लाइक रोंगाली बिहू और बोहांग बिहू दैट इज ऑब्जर्व्ड इन अप्रैल, कोंगाली और काटी बिहू दैट इज ऑब्जर्व्ड इन अक्टूबर मंथ, एंड भोगली और माघ बिहू ऑब्जर्व्ड इन जनवरी. सो रिसेंटली दिस वाज सेलिब्रेटेड राइट ऑन मकर संक्रांति या जो हार्वेस्ट फेस्टिवल जिसको बोलते हैं हमने 14 जनवरी को. तो ये माघ बिहू सेलिब्रेट हो चुका है. रोंगाली बिहू और बोहांग बिहू इज टू बी सेलिब्रेटेड इन अप्रैल. तो उन्होंने कहा है कि चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर ने कि दिस सेलिब्रेशन और दिस फेस्टिवल विल बी ऑल्सो कंसिडर व्हाइल डिसाइडिंग द शेड्यूल ऑफ द इलेक्शन, असेंबली इलेक्शन. ओके, तो स्पेसिफिक्स कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन आपको पता होनी चाहिए. रोंगाली बिहू और बोहांग बिहू is celebrated by the people of Assam to mark the Assamese New Year. Okay, it is usually observed in second week of the April with onset of spring. At the same time, उसका significance आपको पता होना चाहिए तीनों का. बोहांग बिहू जो होता है सोइंग फेस्टिवल है. काटी बिहू is associated with crop protection and worship of plants and crops, while द भोगाली बिहू यानी कि माघ बिहू जो है दैट इज द हार्वेस्ट फेस्टिवल. अलग अलग सिग्निफिकेंस है अलग अलग फेस्टिवल का. देयर इज ऑल्सो बिहू डांस, कल्चरल एस्पेक्ट. ठीक है, फोक डांस जिसको हम बोलते हैं बिहू डांस. बिहू जो फेस्टिवल होता है उसके टाइम पे अलग अलग वो डिशेस तैयार करते हैं. तो उनका जो फेस्टिवल सेलिब्रेशन का तरीका है, उनका गेटअप जो है डिफरेंट है. राइट, सो you need to know basic information about bihu cultural aspects से, art and culture से. Fine. Okay, so these were important articles and information for your prelims as well as mains examination. As you know that how prelims is becoming more and more difficult or hurdle for this examination, being the more dynamic aspect of this examination. So try to take input from the Hindu analysis that we are providing. Try to go on into details of whatever we are discussing here. At the same time, mains examination, these mains related articles needs to be studied in more detailed manner, and for that purpose we have editorial discussion classes or ED classes, wherein in-depth analysis of mains related issues is done by Ansari sir and team. So for further information related to that batch which is going to start, the new batch is going to start in nearby time. For that information you can contact Lukman IAS. Thank you.